Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, brothers and sisters? Now let us see about the classification of organisms. That is what, why did we came up with the five-kingdom classification system? The aim or the objective of classification within the five-kingdom systems. What are the aim of classifying organisms into the five-kingdom systems? The aim. Classification of organisms into plants and animals in the earlier period was easily done and understood. All organisms were in the previous classified into two categories. That is what? Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia. But there was a problem. There was a rise of diseases. They don't understand the source of disease. They tend to believe only on the issue of the supernatural power. They don't understand other creatures, the existence of other creatures, but a large number of organisms did not fall into either category. Hence, the two-kingdom classification used for a long time was found inadequate. It is not enough to classify all organisms into two broad categories, that is, Kingdom Plantae and Kingdom Animalia. In other words, gross morphology, gross morphology, a need was also felt for including other characteristics like cell structure, nature of cell wall, mode of nutrition, habitat, method of reproduction, and evolutionary relationship was considered for the classification of organisms into kingdoms. Whittaker in 1969 proposed a five-kingdom classification to solve the pitfalls of the two-kingdom classification system. The main criteria for classifying used by Whittaker include what? As we have in side earlier, the cell structure. The cell structure. All five kingdoms cell have different structures. Body organization. For example, plant and animal have different body organizations. The other is mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition. Chemotropic, autotropic, and heterotropic are also the mode of the mode of reproduction or the mode of nutrition. Reproduction. When you say reproduction, all organisms cannot reproduce on the same way. Some organisms reproduce asexually. Asexual reproduction, also different types of asexual reproduction exist, and phylogenetic relationships. Phylogenetic relationship, it includes what? The genetic makeup of all organisms. Whittaker's five-kingdom scheme consists of animals, Kingdom Animalia, Kingdom Plantae, fungi, monera, and protists. It is still not easy to fall all the creatures or organisms into the five-kingdom scheme. For example, many protists with chlorophyll. When we say chlorophyll, organisms can make their own food using their special organelles in the cell. The protophyta show important resemblance to what? Some members of the algae, because algae can make their own food through the process of what? Photosynthesis. The algae are classified into the plant, a kingdom, because what is the reason algae can be grouped into the kingdom Plantae? Because algae and Plantae can make their own food. When you come to the virus, these are the creatures, but they are not included what? Under the five-kingdom system of schemes. Viruses are not included in many kingdoms. In Kingdom Animalia, Kingdom Protista, and other Kingdom Monera, and other. Viruses are not included in these kingdoms. They are not considered to be living organisms because they lack the characteristics of living things. Viruses are particles that are not what? Alive. That are not alive. They cannot replicate by themselves. They need a host cell. Viruses are made up of what? Nucleic acids, either DNA or what? RNA. And surrounded by a protein coat. The RNA or the DNA are surrounded by what? The protein coat. They are smaller than the thinnest bacteria. Most biologists agree that viruses are not grow, develop, or carry out any or respiration or living characteristics. Viruses have no what? Living characteristics as we have learned in Unit 1. However, viruses need a host cell, the living cell, to copy themselves, to reproduce themselves. In order to copy itself, that means in order to reproduce, a virus must enter a living cell. Unless it cannot replicate or it cannot copy itself. The cell in which a virus replicates is called what? The host cell. The host cell. So we have learned about today. We have learned about the kingdom system of classification. The Whittaker contribution for the classification of organisms. Now it is enough here. If you have any question or any doubt, you can raise on the comment section. And if you think this is a very important session, you can subscribe and share. We will continue up to the university level. We will reach, because tomorrow is the nearest one and yesterday is the farthest one. So we will see all session which is related in the biological concepts. So it is important to stop here. Goodbye. Have a nice time.